doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feeling. Is it too late for an extension? Ha! Not now. Stars, shine for me.
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
So, you think this is over?
Wait. No. I can't.
That's the secret hidden by Ermin's soul concerning the truth of this world.
The balladeer has already become a god?
No wonder your own people have abandoned you, God of Wisdom. At my command, you shall fall. My endless cycle begins. Your ploy was to sacrifice the traveler here, was it not?
Nilu, are you sure about this? You're taking such a great risk for them.
I must admit that I'm a little scared. But I'll try my best for Lesser Lord
What the
Kusanali.
fuck?
Hitham's plan is even more radical than I
Gundam
imagined.
Starmie.
Brothers, let's show them we Eremites are not to be messed with.
Wizar, you've betrayed all of Sumeru, betrayed its Archon.
Creating a god. We are using human wisdom to create a god. Let us reenact a scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my birth as a god.
Caralho, perdi o começo do trailer. Bosta. Ah, deixa eu mudar o overlay aqui. Ninski 合わないから。あ、かりさんこんばんは。とりあえずこれで裏でバタバタしてて。
So, we've got a lot to unpack from that trailer.
Yeah. After experiencing the Sub-Zerus Festival, Samsara, and surviving our journey through the desert, we'll finally get to the riveting end of the Sumeru Archon quest in version 3.2. Picking up right where we left off, the Traveler is teaming up with some amazing characters to face the Academia and rescue Sumeru's Archon. But I'm sure the first thing everyone's wondering is how we're going to save the Dendro Archon.
そうですね、
Oh,
一
for
応
sure.
英語
Mahida's been locked up by the doctor
ですよね。
inside the sanctuary of Suristana. It's not like we can just go
お
walking
は
in
ろう。
there.
やいか
And on
ん。
top of that, we're dealing with two of the
Beleza.
Fatui Harbingers now. We've got the Balladeer in his super
Tranquilo aí.
powerful looking boss form, as well as the doctor, who seems to be a real tricky one to predict. I'm not gonna lie, the Traveler really has his hands full with this one.
スカラマッシュがやっぱ週ボスになるんだよね。
Totally.
Gundam
And
Scar
besides these
Mash
two
が。
harbingers, we can be sure the Grand Sage will also be on his guard. But hey, with the help of two insiders like Sino and Alhaitham, we might just have a way into the Academia.
Well, as the General Mahamatra, Sino also has his own
セノ
agenda.
とアルハ
After
イ
being
ゼン
tracked and
が
predicted by the Academia
ビ
for
ビ
all
と
these
手
years,
伝うんか。
this might just be his chance to settle the score.
ロ
And
レイ
if
ン
we're
に入
hoping
る
to
よう
truly
に。
save Sumeru,
まあ
we'll
入れるよう
definitely
にっ
need the
て、まあ
power
ナ
of the
ヒーダを救
Dendro
うんだから
Archon to
ね。
help us.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how everyone's hard
Pô,
work
cara,
and
tranquilo,
coordination
velho.
plays out.
Quase que eu
And
perdi
I
a
don't know
live
about you
aqui,
guys,
mano.
but besides saving
Acordei no
Nahida,
susto,
I'm
mano.
also curious how we're going to save Ermin's soul. Plus, we still don't know the meaning behind the words that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata left us. World, forget me.
Well, travelers will be able to personally unravel the answers to all these questions in their own journeys through version 3.2.
You know, I'm actually kind of curious what the future for Sumeru will be once they get through all of this and, well, you know, what will happen to the crew we've been working with along the way.
Yeah, same. I just hope things will work out for everyone affected by Elazar, like Dunyarzad and Kale. Oh, and we can't forget the desert dwellers who have been mistreated all these years. There's a lot that needs to change for them, too.
Right. So be sure not to miss Chapter 5 of the Archon quest, Akasha Pulses, the Kulpa Flame Rises. It'll be quite the ride, and I hope everyone will enjoy it.
Yeah, and of course, the end of this quest won't be the end of everyone's journey in Sumeru. There are still many puzzles and
やっぱ
mysteries waiting to be solved.
今回
Whether
の魔
it's
人
Lesser
任務
Lord
で終わるん
Kusanali,
だ。
the Doctor, or the Balladeer, I think there still might be lots of unexpected things waiting to be
でもドッ
uncovered.
トーリ
Yes,
と
it's gonna be awesome.
ドットーリ
Okay,
の深掘り
so
と
now
か
that
も出
we've
るんか
talked
な
about
こ
some
こ
of the
で。
storyline, maybe we can talk about that massive mechanical-looking puppet we've seen. That's the god that the Academia has been creating.
That's right.
Oh,
and
hi,
now that you
Hickey-man.
mentioned it,
How you
let's
doing?
talk about
Welcome to
the
the stream.
Balladeer boss battle.
Whew,
We're
this
just
boss looks
talking-
tough. The Doctor must have put
talking
a lot
shit.
of his energy into this.
And what
Yeah,
in the
the
live stream?
Balladeer has lots of strong and awesome looking abilities, so why don't we start by checking out some gameplay from the new boss battle?
あ
Sounds
ー、ゲー
good.
ムプレイ出るね。ボスバトルの。なんだそれ。ガンダムやん。あ、ガンダムじゃん。エヴァか。腕4本持ってるし。Oh, thanks for following, Hickey Man. Is that correct? I'm spelling right? You mean Hickey Man from kinda Hikikomori in Japanese?
Wow, just look at the size of it. Pretty sure this boss is gonna push travelers to the limit.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, that thing is huge! And come to think of it, this is like the third Fatui Harbinger boss battle we've had. They really keep stepping up the art and design every time. It's so awesome!
Yeah.
It's so
Oh, I
cool.
see.
This is an ultra powerful puppet we're going up against here. So we're talking huge attacks and epic moves. Let's break
急
it
に
down
ロ
a
ボッ
bit.
トじゃん。
In the first phase of the battle, the Balladeer will use his massive arms to attack everyone. The arms are capable of utilizing different elemental powers, and there are several types of abilities, including attacks that create fields of burning or freezing effects on the ground.
Oh, you know what? This fight
Ah,
kind of reminds me of
holy-
when we fight Ruin Guards. I think we'll have to come up with a way to
氷と炎
paralyze
ダ
it.
メージの
Right. And
Already
you
does it.
might have noticed
Kaminari
there
mo
are some
dasu shi.
arcane formations on the ground, so activating those might trigger some interesting effects.
And I bet a lot of people are wondering what that thing is floating next to us. Not gonna lie, he's kind of cute. Oh, maybe it's a Paimon reskin.
Sorry, but
パイモ
no.
ンの新しいス
Not
キンか
only
も
is
し
it
れな
super
いってい
cute,
や
but it's
それは
also
な
super
いだろう
powerful. Travelers will
でも
need to
面白い
charge
な
energy for this little helper and use its special skill to counter the boss in battle.
A helper in a boss fight. Yeah, that's definitely not
あ
Paimon.
ーボスバトルだけの
Once
補
the
助
Balladeer
か
has transformed into this massive form, our usual attacks won't deal any tangible damage to him. So, the only thing capable of breaking through his
いや
defenses
多分
will be our
え
little
草
helper that we
元
just
素以外何
mentioned.
も全部出
There
して
will
るじゃん
even be some moments in the fight where travelers will need to use an aiming mode to attack the boss's weak points.
Who would have guessed that little thing
Nossa,
would be
tem que
so
ficar
important
mirando
against
pra
a boss
acertar
the
o-
size of the
o
Balladeer?
ponto
I
fraco.
know, right? They also use some amazing special effects for all of the Balladeer's moves. Speaking of which, the cosmic appearance, the spacey special effects of his skills really kind of
Nossa,
remind
meu.
me of the Raiden Shogun skills.
Não,
Ah,
parece
you're right.
a Kiana
And
do Hawkeye,
seriously,
isso sim.
I can't wait to check out this new boss fight. I'm so hyped.
Yeah,
So now that we've covered the new boss battle, I think it's time to introduce the first of our new playable characters coming in version 3.2.
おー
Let's welcome Lesser Lord
ナヒーダちゃんのゲーム
Kusanali,
プレイ見せてくれ
aka
る。
Nahida.
Hey, finally!
After everything we've experienced in the story so far, I think Nahida's already like a good friend to us. It's seriously so crazy what we've been through.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear you say that, Zach. Okay, so throughout our journey, maybe everyone's already noticed some of the yeah, let's call it that, unique metaphors that Nahida likes to use. And yeah, they can be pretty out there. Or sometimes she'll use really childlike language to describe some deep or profound idea. But the truth is, she has yet to set foot in the outside world since she was
I
born.
love the Japan
To
trip.
her, all the knowledge
Oh,
that she
really?
has in her mind is like
Where are you from,
pieces of
man?
scenery that she's never seen with her own eyes.
Totally. It's really hard to imagine that the god of wisdom had been locked up for 500 years. Just makes me upset just thinking about it.
But I'm sure everything will work out sooner or later.
If travelers would like to spend more time with Nahida, then be sure to check out Nahida's story quest, Sapientia or Mastes chapter. The quest will be available upon completing the Sumeru Archon quest. So be sure to check out the quest to learn more.
It's nice that we'll get to spend more time with her. But I want to see Nahida in battle. What you got for us, Kimberly?
Oh, I've got lots to share. But before we get to that, let's have a quick peek at Nahida in action.
What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to
Oh,
appreciate
Canada.
how beautiful
Yeah,
it is.
3 types of AoE. Yeah. It's always.
Grow, grow, grow!
Ah, mano, pior, olha lá, eles mudaram mesmo a cara da Nahida, ela não mostra mais a língua. E aでも可愛いな。すげえ可愛い。惜しい。
She's so cute!
Look at her!
I love her!
Aw, little Nahida is so cute. I love how she hops around when she's fighting. Oh, and her swing too. So, what's that skill that looks like she's using a viewfinder or something? That seems pretty different.
Yeah.
Eu também, cara,
so
puta.
let's
Essa é a
start
merda
with
de
her
você ver os vídeos antes, né?
viewfinder-ish kind of skill, which is actually her elemental skill. As a catalyst user, Nahida's combat style is pretty unique. You may cast her elemental skill by tapping the skill button.
Olha, eles estão
or
mostrando
you may
ela
hold
com
the
a
button to enter in aiming mode.
Yelan.
Opponents who are selected while aiming will be linked by
イエラ
Nahida's
ン、
special
あ
mark.
イエラン
After
と
you
ユクアキ
trigger
君
elemental
の
reactions on
編
opponents
成で
who are
見してるん
linked,
だね。
and when they take damage from dendro cores,
ニ
Nahida
ロ
will
ちゃんと見
unleash
してほしいわ。
Tri-Karma Purification, dealing dendro damage.
Whoa, this is so cool.
そうですね、
Yeah,
可
I
愛い
love
で
how
す
it's
ね。
like connecting the enemies together.
いや、これは欲しいわ。
Outside of combat, Nahida can use her elemental skill and enter the aiming mode we just mentioned to interact with certain harvestable items, allowing her to collect items directly to the inventory from a distance.
Whoa, wait.
Olha,
Being able to
ela
harvest
tira
materials
foto e
like that is gonna
recolhe
be so
os
cool.
itens, cara. Que
That'll
da
really save
hora.
us some time.
Yeah, this skill may also have some additional uses, so travelers will have to give it a try themselves and see.
Ooh,
あ、素材も
okay.
取れる
Nahida's
し。
elemental burst is where things get
すげえ
really
な。
interesting. Upon unleashing her burst, Nahida manifests the Court of Dreams, expanding a special field.
いや、
That's
でっけえな。
pretty amazing. The effect really does look like some royal court or palace.
Yeah, different effects will be produced based on whether there are pyro, electro, and hydro characters in the party. While Nahida is within the special field, a pyro member in the party will increase the damage of Tri-Karma Purification. An electro party member will decrease the intervals at which Tri-Karma Purification is triggered, and a hydro party member will cause the duration of the field to be increased. If there are at least 2 party members of the elemental types I just mentioned, then the effects will be increased further.
Whoa, this is blowing my mind right now. We'll really have to focus on which effects we want to achieve and put some thought into our team's composition.
Right? A key thing to remember is that these effects can be triggered
あ、
while
ナスビ
Nahida is
あ、
not
ナ
on
ス
the
ビさんいらっし
battlefield,
ゃい。
as long as the active character
あ、なん
remains
と
in the
か間に合い
special
ました
field
ね。あ、ニ
radius.
ロちゃん見してるな。
Nice. Also,
今
in
ちょうど
addition to
ナ
Nahida,
ヒ
we
ダ
have
ちゃん
one
の
other character
ゲームプレイ
joining
に
us
し
in
てるんです
version
よね。
3.2.
で、これからレイラの方も。
She's a very peculiar academia student. Her name is Layla. Most days, she looks super tired and anxious, which seems to be a direct result of her relentless struggle with her studies.
Yeah, And not only is she frail and anxious looking, but she also studies astrology. So it's no wonder people around her might consider her a little strange and mysterious. And even though she's always
あ、で
groaning
も、
about her
多分
studies, most
ト
of
レーラ
Layla's
ー動画
research
とかっ
work is
て、
actually
まあ
fine
後
overall.
日公
It's
式の
just
方で
her
出ると思
lack
い
of
ますので、
confidence that's really holding her
その
back.
時は日本語で
And
見れると
that's
思うん
when
で
her
大丈夫ですよ。
unusual ability comes into play.
And her ability is sleepwalking.
Yeah. While she is sleeping, Layla unleashes her true self, allowing her
Almost.
to regain the confidence she needs and activate the talents and strengths she's had all along. As
Ela
soon
vai
as she
ser o quê?
starts
Shield
sleepwalking,
buffer?
her unfinished papers no longer seem like the monumental tasks they were, and she completes them in no time.
This is definitely something only Layla can do. Our viewers shouldn't try to do this with their own homework. But does Layla have any idea what happens when she's sleepwalking? I mean, does she know that she has this ability?
She seems to be aware of it. The papers are obviously full of her handwriting, after all. But there have been some weird instances. For example, once during crunch time while researching, she sleepwalked and climbed the wall of Salmio, and then randomly bumped into Candace. Such weird occurrences have made her start to wonder what's really going on.
And aside from her sleepwalking, just like any other student, Layla has many typical things that she hopes to achieve, as well as some regrets. She wants to be able to make friends and go out and have fun. But it seems like she'll never be able to do any of that until she graduates.
面白そう。
And
Mano,
actually,
a Layla
I'm
também
guessing
parece
that she uses
interessante,
her
cara.
sleepwalking abilities in combat too, right?
You bet. Let's have a look at Layla in combat.
Sweet.
Even when we're not looking up at the stars, they're always there. Watching us.
You're from Canada.
My guiding
Wow.
stars.
I'm kind of impressed how people can
Stars
find my
shine
stream
for me.
from overseas. Caramba, o AoE dela é grande, hein?
It almost looks like she's sleeping while being protected by the shield.
This shield not only protects Layla, but also creates night stars while it is active. When a character protected by the shield uses an elemental skill, more night stars will be created. Once 4 night
Nossa.
stars have been accumulated, they will transform into
リーダー
homing
の
shooting
元素スキル
stars,
使う
dealing
と、
damage to any opponent's
あ、
hit.
シールド生成し
Ah,
て
night stars.
で、そこにまた
I love how her
別元素
skills have a
の
starry、
まあ、元
theme.
素スキル使う
It ties into
と
her、
また
Yeah,
星のスタ
throughout the
ック
skill's
が
duration, each time a
入る
night
んで
star
す
is
よね。
accumulated, the shield strength will increase. This effect can stack up to a maximum of 4 times.
Whoa.
で、4スタッ
Layla's
クまで
elemental
貯めれ
burst
て、
unleashes a
そこ
dream
で
spear that constantly fires
まあ
starlight slugs
氷
at
ダメージを
opponents
与えるっ
within
て
its
感じ。
AoE, while also generating night stars for Layla's shield.
Hmm.
As a talented Ratawa his student,
Nossa, meu,
Layla
o
also
ult
comes in
dela também
handy
é
when
forte,
crafting.
hein?
When Layla crafts character talent materials, she has a set chance to receive double the product.
Ah, nice.
Sweet. Anyway, when can
Ah, é?
travelers expect
Ah,
to
bom,
see
vamos
these new
ver, né?
characters available in-game?
Great question. That brings
É,
us to our new event
olha lá,
wishes.
Nahida
In
e
the early part
Yoimiya.
of version 3.2, Nihida and Yoimiya will be available. In the later part of the version, we'll be seeing rerun event wishes for
Pior,
Yaito
ó.
and
Pera aí,
Tartaglia,
eu vou
and
apagar esse seu
Layla will become
comentário
available
aqui,
for the
mas...
first time. Also, a new 5-star weapon, 1,000 Floating Dreams, will be appearing in the new weapon event wish.
Oh, nice.
Como tá em
By the
live,
way,
se
I've heard
passar o
that
bot
Layla's
da
been
Twitch
getting
aqui é
ready
meio
recently
perigoso.
to participate in Sumeru's Beast Tamer tournament. But
Mas-
before we get into that,
Mas,
I
cara,
think it's time
é
for us to
realmente
take
na
another
fase
break.
2 só
We'll be
mesmo.
back with the latest info on
Não,
events
esquenta
coming
não,
in
velho.
the version update.
É só algum comentário assim perigoso. No, vai ficar no VOD também, né?
You guys get it?
Boo.
Sai no?
Essa arma aí, ela vai ser por eficiência, né? Ó mais um código aí. Mas os caras foram espertos, velho. Botaram a lei lá na fase 2 pra instigar o povo a rodar o gacha também na fase 2, né, velho? I want both. Yeah, me too. Me too. But I'm probably will do some pulls on phase 2 too, so I hope get Layla and also some constellations for her.
Welcome back to the version 3.2 special program, everyone. Next, we'll take a look at some of the
ドリ
new
を無
events
料
for
で
the
もらえる
coming
じゃん
update.
一体。
An amazing fungus competition is about to begin in the lands of Sumeru.
Nossa, eles
Not
vão dar uma
only has it
Dory de
attracted
graça.
local competitors
Beleza,
from Sumeru,
vou
but also
conseguir mais
spectators from other
constelações.
nations.
Fungus competition?
ドリーちゃんがイベントでも
How
らえ
does
ま
that
す
even
ね。
work? Aren't fungi dangerous? They're always
あ、これ
attacking
は
us
いい
in the
ね。
wild.
I know it sounds a little weird, but you'll love it. In this contest, participants will use a special gadget called a wisdom orb to catch and train their fungi and participate in battle events. Although the fungi often pose as little troublemakers for us in the wild, using this gadget will allow travelers to establish a certain level of communication with them.
Okay, so if I catch and train a jade plume terror shroom, then I should be pretty much unstoppable, right?
Oh no, come on, that wouldn't be fair.
In this event, travelers will be able to sneak up on fungi in some certain areas to catch them. Unfortunately, the Jade Plume Terror Shroom is not one of those areas, Kimberly.
Aww.
If you end up startling them, they'll flee until they are outside a set distance.
After catching different kinds of fungi, you can follow Paimon's suggestion and give them cute names.
多
But
分イ
most
ベントの
important,
最後になると
you
思い
will
ま
have
す
to
ね。まあい
train
つも
your
通り
fungi.
になるって感じですからね。
Travelers will have to use special floral jelly ingredients to mix and form blends that your fungi enjoy and unlock their true potential. While mixing ingredients, you use copy, switch, and rotate functions, and place a preset formula you have in the corresponding spot.
Aw, looks kind of like jelly. I bet Paimon's gonna be all over that.
Hey, Paimon wouldn't ever do that!
Ah, o evento de Pokémon. Aí, ó, vai ter até evento de Puyo Puyo, ó. Puyo Puyo
And
no
with all
evento
these
っぽいで
different
すね、こ
kinds
れ
of。fungi, they should have different abilities, right?
Yeah, so to work on their abilities, we'll use something called the Special Training Mode.
あ、これは多分人活棒になんかもらえるやつだな。
Coordinated assaults
様
and
子だ
zone
と。
defense.
詳
Travelers
しきの
will
フィ
be
ナ
able
エ
to
リズボン
command
だ。
their fungi's abilities, have them coordinate their attacks against a single target, and control them to defend the ley line monolith.
Aw, they're so cute. This is gonna be so much fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, me neither. As for the rewards, in addition to Primo Gems and various materials, once travelers have reached a certain phase of the event, they will also be able to summon the great and almighty merchant, Dory.
And Layla will be appearing in the event
あ、やっぱ
storyline,
最後
as
に
well
も
as
ら
a
えるん
familiar
だよ
visitor
ね。
from another nation. Any idea who it could be?
Supposedly a fun guy.
Okay, I see what you did there. I respect it. Let's leave that for travelers to discover themselves in the event.
Come on, guys, fun guy.
あ、また
Okay,
別
next
の
up we have a change of pace with an
別のエリア
all-new
のキャラが
trials
出て
event.
くるらしいって
For this event, travelers will have to use
じまあ
character special
キャラじゃない
abilities
か
to
な。
complete specific objectives. For example, you may have to knock slimes into the goal by triggering an overloaded reaction with
Olha,
Yen Fei's
Winning
and Key's
Eleven de
attacks,
Genshin, ó.
or use Yelan's elemental skill to move quickly and dodge giant pinballs. Here are some others. Use Xiao's plunging attack
あ、
to
これいい
send
ね。
platforms back to
で
the
もショー
ground,
持ってないじゃん。
or use Beto's elemental skill to hit the ball.
This sounds like some
Olha,
pretty
esse aí
unusual
parece
training.
o evento do
Yeah,
primeiro
and to make things even more
arquipélago da
interesting,
maçã, né?
this event will support co-op gameplay.
Oh,
Oh, esse aqui vai ser
this
legal em
sounds
jogar
like it'll
co-op.
be a lot of fun to watch. But what about objectives for characters
これ
that
マルチでは
maybe
面
we
白そう
haven't
ですよ
unlocked
ね。
yet?
No worries, we got you covered. All the corresponding characters will be provided as trial characters in the challenges.
Ah, perfect.
In addition to these events, version 3.2 will also feature an event for our players to put their skills to the test. This time, we'll have a new edition of the Hypostatic Symphony event.
Nice. So, what changes can travelers expect this time around?
The most notable change,
Ah,
of
そう
course,
ですね。
will be
イ
the
ベント面
addition
白
of the
そう
new Dendro Hypostasis. That's right, the last member of the Hypostasis family will be officially landing in version 3.2. Besides serving
o
as a
cubo
new
mágico.
open-world boss, the
Finalmente vai
Dendro
sair mesmo.
Hypostasis will also be busy performing alongside its fellow Hypostases in the Hypostatic Symphony event.
This time around, travelers will be facing challenges featuring the
Thanks
Dendro,
for lurking,
Cryo,
Hickey-man.
Pyro, and Hydro Hypostases.
Feel free to
Before
come back
each challenge,
and comment again
travelers
if you
may
want.
select a buff effect to use.
Thanks anyway for
However,
passing by.
as you increase the difficulty, the number of uses will decrease and the enemies will become more challenging. So it'll be super important for travelers to plan the right moment to use these effects.
So what options do we have once we run out of buffs?
Travelers will still be able to use food and potions from their inventory. If you're aiming to just collect all the Primogem rewards, then don't worry. You won't need to up the difficulty too much.
Okay, good to know. Whew.
I, for one, will definitely not be upping the difficulty. And just like before, you may tackle the challenges together with your friends once they have joined your world.
Great. We can help each other out.
Oh yeah.
Now that we've covered the challenge event, let's take a quick look at a couple more casual events coming our way in the new
Caramba, vai
update.
ter muito
First,
evento, cara.
we'll be finding inspiration for an illustrator in the Outside the
Olha, vai
Canvas
tirar
Inside the
tirar
Lens event.
fotinhos de novo.
And once again, we'll be working
Mata
together with
chassi
Levin
evento, cara.
in Marvelous Merchandise. It's also worth mentioning here that some optimizations have been made for the photo event this time around. Everyone will be able to select from some preset angles and can make use of the rotate and focus functions to take better pictures.
That's great.
While you're out taking pictures, you may run into some interesting storylines along the way. So be sure not to miss Outside the Canvas, Inside the Lens.
Man, I love these kinds of events. Sign me up.
Yeah, me too. In addition to all these new events, we also have some news on system-related updates and optimizations. I'm really excited about the first of these, which is regarding the Serenity Pot. Starting with version 3.2, the Serenity Pot will be adding the long-awaited replication system.
Wow, that's super amazing.
This feature will allow travelers to use sharing codes to bring designs from other travelers' teapots and implement them in their own, or share their own teapot designs. I know there may be some travelers out there who have seen some amazing teapot designs that they've wanted to also create themselves, but didn't have the ability or time to make it. With this new function, travelers will be able to bring that creativity back to their own teapot or share their creativity with others.
Get ready to hit up your friends with amazing teapot skills.
Oh, I can't wait to see everyone sharing their designs, especially with me.
Which brings us to our final update to share with everyone. This one is regarding the game's available languages. Starting with version 3.3, which will be the update following this one, GenshinImpact will be adding Turkish and Italian to the game language settings. So, players who prefer to see the game's text and UI in those languages can look forward to that.
The team truly hopes that travelers from all over the world can enjoy the game and start their own journeys through the world of Tibet.
For further details, please check Genshin Impact's official channels and keep an eye out for future announcements and info.
Wow, we've covered a ton of stuff. Seriously, it's a lot to take in.
For sure. So now is probably a great time for our last redemption code.
Oh yeah, let's go.
これで3つ目のコードだよね。São só 3 códigos, né? Então acho que acabou já. Eles comprimiram bem a live porque não tem quase nada. Eles só mostraram o principal mesmo. Colocaram os 3 códigos, né?
Well, everyone, I think we've covered just about everything coming our way in version 3.2, which means we've arrived at the end of our special program.
This was fun.
Yeah.
We covered a ton of stuff.
So much stuff.
Yeah. So many events too. But the thing that I'm most excited about is, of course, Nahida playable character, Nahida playable
これ
character,
でも
Nahida
う
playable
終わったん
character.
ですね。まあ、ナヒ
Obviously.
ダのゲーム
Nice.
プレイと、
Yeah, for me, it
まあ、
was
レイラ
definitely
の
the
ゲームプレイを見せ
Balladeer.
ましたってい
Dude,
う
it,
これ
it
今
looks
話してるんです
so insane. I have no idea how I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, no, for me, oh my gosh, so many things. Battling the Dendro hypostasis, and of course the fabulous fungus frenzy. Getting my little fungi and battling with them. And, you know, the teapot, the Serena teapot, I'm so behind on my teapot, so I can't wait to
Gotta get on it.
hopefully get some designs from others, or at least, you know, get some inspiration from getting another teapot design.
And just as we mentioned earlier, even though the Sumeru Archon quest will be reaching its final chapter here, it most definitely won't be the end of our journey in Sumeru. In our story this time, we'll be encountering some interesting and mysterious content, and I hope it will be an amazing experience for all of our travelers. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon be with all of you.
See you in game, everyone. Bye.
See.
うん。終わったね。ゲーム画面に戻りました。
Bye bye.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe.
よし。原神を入れて、どうでしたかね。まあ、いつもよりは、いつもよりって、この、大型アップデ以外は、短い放送なんだけど、前回と同じぐらいの30分で終わったよね。でも短いとは感じますよね。 3.0 に比較すると。Cara, sobre o anime eu acho que ainda acho difícil, porque se eles começaram o collab com a Ufotable agora, eles devem estar começando a fazer os sketches para as animações, né? Então, se eles forem mostrar alguma coisa, talvez só lá pela 3.4 ou só quando vier a 4.0, né? Pra deixar a galera no hype, né? Agora o card game era pra vir, vai vir na 3.3, não é? Então acho que se vai vir só na 3.3, acho que eles só vão mostrar quando vier o update mesmo. 確かにそうね。アニメの情報もカードゲームのこと何も来てないけど、でも人活棒のコピペ機能は欲しかったね。あれで一気にレベル上げれると思うから。Mas eu acho que tem aquela também, né? Vai ter o do pote, o do bully, né? O do bully de chá eu achei interessante. Porque se você copiar o design e colocar um monte de coisa lá no bully, eu acho que vai dar pra aumentar o level do bully mais rápido também, né? Pra quem não tava mexendo no bully e não pegou as gemas ainda, vai ajudar pra caramba, né? Você já deixou... Que nível que você tá tá no seu bully de chá, Haru?あかりさんいってらっしゃい。来てくれてありがとうございます。
深呼吸をして大きな風船を膨らませながらそこに眠気を閉じ込めるの。風船よ、飛んでけ。
Ah, eu também. Eu upei o que dava pra pegar todas as todas as gemas que dava. Depois eu larguei lá. Aí eu só deixo pra, tipo, ficar aumentando o nível de amizade dos bonecos, né? Então, agora que vai ter essa função de você copiar o design do pessoal, vai ficar mais fácil pra você mexer no pote, né? Ah, そうだね。人活棒も使いやすくなるから、新規プレイヤーの方にも優しいなっては思うね。
こういう穏やかな日も悪くないよね。のんびりしようっと。
まあでもすごかったな。意外と。まあ短かったけど面白かったね。Quero ver se o escudo da Leila vai aguentar bem, né?
大きな風船を膨らませながら
Porque eu não vi direito, mas eu acho que aquilo ali vai escalar em HP também, não é?
風船よ、飛んでけ。ま ずはこうして、次の動きはこうかな。
Ah, eu também não vi muita coisa, né? Mas eu quero ver. Eu tô interessado nas constelações também, né? Porque já que ela vai vir na fase 2. Já que ela vai vir na fase 2. Eu meio que serei obrigado a pegar a C2 da Yaimiko, então. Vamos ver se eu consigo completar ela, né? Completar a Leila só pra pegar o C2 da Yaimiko. Como vai ter bastante evento, acho que eu vou conseguir juntar pra tentar a C2 dela. Aí acho que eu consigo completar a Leila com isso. Ah, você vai dar skip na Leila, no caso? Porque assim também, né? Tá certo que, no meu caso, eu vou tentar pegar... Vou tentar pegar a C2 da Yaimiko, né? Então, eu vou ver se eu consigo acumular o pitch, né? Pro próximo personagem pro boneco que vai vir na 3.3, né? Então vai ser naquelas, né? Eu vou pegar, digamos, eu pego a C2 da Yaimiko, depois disso eu vou ver se eu consigo dar uns 30, 40 tiros, né? Pra deixar já perto do pitch pra poder pegar o próximo boneco. Aí eu acho que, sei lá, no seu caso, Haru, seria bom assim, se você, depois que você tirar a Nahida, aí você, tipo, depois faz os eventos e tal, né? E dá uns 20, 30 tiros só no banner da fase 2, só pra acumular pitch, né? Nessas, se você dá uns 20, 30 tiros, pelo menos um boneco, uma Leila você consegue tirar, provavelmente. Como vai ter bastante evento, eu acho que é tranquilo, dá pra fazer isso. Nossa, nem me fala, cara. Eu tenho que rezar pra não dar ruim no banner da Nahida. Pra mim poder dar uns tiros dar uns tiros e pegar a C2 da Yaimiko, né? Porque a Yaimiko, a C2 eu quero, né, velho? Mas eu não vou chegar a forçar, né, pra... Eu não vou chegar a forçar pra pegar ela, né? O foda é que eu não vi também... Eu não vi as constelações da Nahida, né? Dependendo, eu vou tentar pegar as constelações. E ainda tem a arma também, velho. Pelo menos uma Nahida e uma arma eu quero pegar. Aí, dependendo da constelação, eu tento dar uns tiros na constelação também. Ultimamente, cara, eu tava vendo... A maioria dos bonecos que tá saindo, assim, pelo menos até a C2 é interessante, né? Aí, é meio que pra instigar a galera a gastar mesmo, né? でも、やっぱそうだね。ナヒーダちゃん、
深呼
突したい
吸をして
けど、
大きな風船を
どうだろうね。
膨らませながらそこに眠気を閉じ込めるの。ふう、風船よ、
ここがちょっと気になるわ。194 tiros. Caraca, velho. Não, isso que o evento do... O outro evento aqui ainda começou sexta-feira, não foi? Ainda acho que até terça-feira não vai abrir tudo, não é? Esse aqui da viagem estelar, né? Dá pra fazer. Então, esse evento aqui da viagem estelar começou sexta. Ainda não abriu todas as missões do evento, não é? Cadê? Tem problema. Pior que eu nem comecei também, então. Começar o evento pra pelo menos ver quantas missões tem. Caramba! As respostas em português são as melhores. Fazendo aí. Missão. Segunda, terça, quarta, quinta-feira. Ó. 木曜日か。じゃあ木曜日まで、木曜日になったら、まあ全部解放される。Nossa, antes de dormir hoje de manhã, eu fiz as diárias.
はこうして次の動きはこうかな。
Meu, na pior das hipóteses, se faltar gema, aí eu vou partir para as medidas desesperadas, né? É isso aqui, ó. A Bárbara foi o único que eu terminei. Então, ó, na pior das hipóteses, tem essas medidas desesperadas aqui para fazer. Pra recolher gema. Ah, 最悪これで、まあ、原石集めて、まあ、ヤイミコの2つを狙えばいいし。Ah, eu até que achei legal, sabe? Só que a merda de você ficar escolhendo os caminhos pra acertar o bagulho que enche o saco, né? Mas na pior das hipóteses, tem isso aqui pra mim juntar gema. Não vai juntar muita coisa, mas eu acho que pelo menos dar uns 3 ou 4 tiros eu vou conseguir.
いくよそこやっあっそこ
Eu acho que eu fiz. Que eu acho que eu fiz uns 3 ou 4 conjuntos pros personagens, né? Eu não lembro quantos ou quais, mas... Quantos não? Eu acho que eu fiz uns 3. Então eu acho que eu consegui a conquista já. Olha! Nossa, eu não sabia que dava pra capturar o porquinho. Ô, desgraçado. Pode ir pra cá. Será que dá pra capturar o gigante também? Para cada conjunto... Para cada conjunto de cada personagem que você monta, você ganha gema, é isso? Nossa, isso eu não sabia. Eu pensei que você só conseguia fazer, tipo... Achei umas 2 ou 3 recompensas, sabe? Ah não, você não pode ser. Ai, cacete. Troca. Eu esqueci de trocar. Ai, vai ser. Ah, então, mas pra cada personagem que você fizer isso, você ganha uma recompensa? Eu acho que só ganha, acho que umas 2 ou 3 vezes, não é? Ah, é pra cada personagem? Nossa, velho, então eu vou... Nossa, então eu vou ter que fazer, porque... Se eu não me engano... Se eu não me engano, acho que eu fiz só do... Da Aloy. Da Aloy... Eu acho que do... Ou era do Diluc ou do Aya. Depois eu não fiz mais nada, né? Nossa, então, pra cada personagem... 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7... 10, né? É 5, né? 1, 3... 10... 11 são 55, 55 eu fiz... Eu ainda tenho 52. Eu ainda tenho 52 personagens pra fazer. Conjunto. 52 vezes 20... Nossa, peraí. 52 vezes 20 são 20. Meu, vai dar mil e tantas gemas, cara. Não, com certeza, mas... Caramba, aí... Ó de personagem aqui vai dar praticamente 1000 gemas se tiver o conjunto pra cada um. Gema pra cacete, velho. Ah, tá. Mas eu acho que com o tempo eles vão adicionando mais, né?
じゃが、属性とはいつまでも変わらぬまま続くものではない。
Caramba. Nossa, acabou a live. Deixa eu mudar o título aqui. Pegar o título que tava na VOD.